Good morning, everybody. I'm in Denton, and you can see I'm in a nice mall here. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. People are just waking up. Sam's Club just got its fuel. Truck is sitting around here, and well, last night I listened to some interesting audiobooks, and what I'm trying to do is what I'm doing here, okay, is I'm wanting to find a common thread for what I've seen and history. One of the two things that came to mind, okay, is number one, there's a separation that people want, whether it's a culture or whether it's individuals who are living in cities or out in farms. On one level, they want to be left alone. And there's no problem with that. There really isn't. There shouldn't be, Native Americans, okay, they suffered lots of abuses in California. The Scots in the Highlands, they suffered a lot of abuses and death, okay? Ernest Hemingway, Farewell to Arms. The idea of love, and do you love somebody or do you not? Still having needs, still having to interface with women, for instance, Hemingway talks about that. And today, in American society, people want to be left alone. Okay, that's one. Okay, and you want to cross that between societies, clubs, groups. Okay, there's a movie out there called Eyes Wide Shut. A long time ago, it was made. Very interesting movie. It wasn't not for children. Video's not for children. It's about masks. So everybody's wearing a mask, right? So what I think is happening right now is the mask is an initiation into complacency, into not being not standing up. Okay, so how to you've got these masks on your face and you can't communicate with people. No one sees your face. That's how it is, right? Just like that. Is it right? Is it wrong? Well, it's not safety that we're dealing with here. I've already spoke about that. But at the same time, people want to be left alone. So this thing is sort of like an initiation into what the government is telling you to do. And it's a balance between you wanting to be left alone. If you go ahead and if someone say, for instance, does something illegal, they all of a sudden separate themselves from society. I don't care what it is, All of a sudden there's secrecy in this world. So is that being used to leverage our world? I think it is. Is trauma being used to leverage us into making decisions that we normally wouldn't make? I think it is. If you're watching a television show every night and you're watching the news and you're being encouraged to be safe, it works if you believe that stuff. So I want to shout out to Yosef. I met him last night just across the street in Winco. Now, when I'm on the road, I don't, and even personally, okay, I have a certain kind of food I eat. And it's not what most people eat, but it is really good stuff, So go to Winco or you go to a store where there's some bulk food if you can find it, okay? And I buy goji berries, blueberries, cranberries, okay? I buy nuts. So at this point in time, it's pumpkin seeds, it's walnuts, it's cashews. And then I get some oatmeal, and then I get some lately you can get hemp seeds, and a lot of these things are superfoods. A lot of this stuff is protein and carbohydrates. So basic necessities you need for life. Unlike, say, for instance, when I went to get some fuel today at a Winco, or not a Winco, but there's lots of different gas stations around here, you know, quote unquote fried food, you know. So I had some butterfly shrimp, and that's not good for us, right? So I don't think anybody wants. Maybe you don't want to put this stuff in a blender, put water in it, and drink it. But I do, because then I'm not hungry. And then I'm not spending a lot of money on the road. Okay, that being said, I'm here to record what's going on in this world, and from an American perspective. So those 2 points, the separation and the inclusion, they're working against each other as how I see it. Out in the sticks, people are wondering, why do we need to do this stuff? This morning I went to go get some coffee at a Fast Track that's just right to my right, okay, probably your left or whatever, but nobody was wearing a mask inside of the Fast Track. People just got there. They don't want to wear masks. The corporation's saying, you know, during the day, during business hours, you better wear a mask. Well, why? All right, so first of all, you guys got to understand that if you look at your license, you're going to see your name in all caps. I posted something on my Facebook page, which is Gregory Blaine Anderson. You can check it out if you want to. Why is your name in all caps? Because we are capital, we're human capital. We're commodities, okay? And in order for, you know, a farmer doesn't want to let his cows out of his fenced area, right? They just doesn't want that to happen, doesn't want his sheep to get away. Your name is spelled in all caps because you're human capital, and they don't want you to get away. They have an agenda. The agenda has to do with Agenda 21. Now, what is Agenda 21? Agenda is 2021. By 2021, they want to make the first steps toward having no-go zones, places where people can't go. They want to limit travel. They want to push everybody into cities. They want to give everybody a universal basic income, sort of a credit card that is filled up either monthly or weekly. They haven't come out with that yet, but they're looking at doing that. Now, I have to say that pretty much, from my point of view, okay, people are just waking up. There are some people like myself and others who have been doing studies. Richie from Boston came out and put something out called MK Ultra. If you look at this channel, this YouTube channel, you're going to see this is an old story. The mind control that they're using back in the day, in the 50s, okay, had to do with laboratory type of experiments, okay, to find out if this works. So right now, these phones are the method by which they're going to be controlling your mind. With that, it's very close to 2021, and then there will be Agenda 2030. You want to look at the World Economic Forum and go look at the COVID. When you get to the World Economic Forum, it's a big web page. If you look, and you're going to see COVID, and then you look, you're going to see a big circle, and it goes. Click on that, and it's 32 levels deep. So this is not something that's people need to be afraid of. It's something that people need to be aware of. What will you do? I recommend that yeah, separate, but learn in your separation. Don't follow the group. Are you going to wear a mask? Buy a veil if you have to. If you can't say to somebody, I can't wear a mask because I have medical issues, and they can't challenge you on that, then just wear a veil. It's all worthless. It's a big psyop. And that's the message for today. It's 10:21. I'm not sure if anybody's going to watch this that long. Attention spans and all. Good luck, America. I continue on my journey.